Hi guys, I'm Bob from BNC As I See It. And today I thought I'd talk about the violence that we're going through here in the United States because of COVID. Or should I say, the violence that we're going through in the United States because of how people feel about COVID. Now, COVID isn't about how you should treat the person next to you, your neighbor, your coworker, your family member. COVID's about a disease that's taking over your immune system and making you very sick, or worst case scenario, killing you. Now we know that most of the people that are in hospitals now and have COVID are the ones that aren't vaccinated. And that should tell you a whole lot about the vaccination, because millions upon millions of people have had these vaccinations, and just a very small amount are ending up in hospitals. Yes, they're still getting COVID, but they're not ending up in a hospital. They're not ending up on a ventilator. They're not ending up in a pine box 6 feet underground. So let's smarten up and do the right thing. But again, let's not down the person next to you because they're wearing a mask or because they've gotten the vaccine. Why is it that people would rather harm a person next to them because all they did was say, "Could you please wear a mask?" or "Were you vaccinated?" Now, most people ask that question because they just want to know, basically, is it safe to be around you? Because their life could depend on it. But no, people are taking the law into their own hands. I mean, look what they're doing in New York. Unless you can show that you've been fully vaccinated with your vaccination card and show your driver's license to make sure that that is you on that vaccination card, you can't go into the restaurants and sit down and have a meal. But you can still get it to go. Now listen, they're doing this out of the safety of their fellow human being. And they're doing it because they don't want to be the ones being 6 feet under in that pine box. So why would you or your friends want to hurt this person because they're trying to protect you or themselves? By wearing a mask, they're not pulling a gun on you. They're not threatening your life. By asking if you're vaccinated, they're not sticking you in a gas chamber. They're not torturing you. They're trying to protect you. But no, you gotta flip out. You gotta start fights. You gotta beat people up, put them in the hospital for no reason whatsoever. Nobody is taking your rights away when it comes to asking you if you're vaccinated. Nobody is taking your rights away when they say to come into my establishment, you must have a mask on. Because you have the right to choose whether or not, one, you come into my establishment, two, whether or not you sit inside or get your food to go, or whatever that product may be, because you can get curbside service at grocery stores, hardware stores, pharmacies. So there's no excuse but to be upset with that person or that company or establishment because they're doing what they feel is the right thing to do to protect everyone that comes into that establishment. then I say kudos to you people. Fantastic. Now, I see people still going into stores not wearing a mask. Now, am I going to walk up to them and say, hey, why aren't you wearing your mask? No. Because I'm in fear that they might try to do something where I'm going to have to do something to protect myself. And as long as I stay away from them and they stay away from me, okay, I'm fine. But then again, I feel sorry for the people they come in contact with and their family and friends. Because you're making yourself a big time target. You're saying on your back in that big red dot, hey, COVID, here I am, come and get me. Let me pass it on to someone in your family. So hey, people, let's do the right thing. Let's mask up, keep our distance, get our shots, and follow the rules of the establishments. And don't take it personal, because they're giving you every option to do what you want to do if you want to come into that establishment. I mean, I'll tell you what, you're not coming in my house if I don't know you and you don't have a mask on. And if you don't have your shots, you're just not coming into my house. Plain and simple. Those are my rules. Now, my rules are going to be a hell of a lot stricter because I had COVID. I could have died. That's how sick I was. But that's the way it is with this deadly disease. So do the right thing. Respect your people. Respect your family. And respect yourself enough to just say, hey, I'll follow the rules. So, if you like the content of this video, do me a favor. Subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. And don't forget, comment below. Because I'm not going away. And if what I said in this video helps just one person, then I did my job. So again, people, stay safe, stay healthy, wear your mask, get your shots, and love one another. Stop the hate. I'll see you real soon.